up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. You ask, and we give you the royal experience. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. There are but a few places on earth so special, so unique, and so spectacular, where it becomes the rite of passage for the ambitious travelers, the courageous souls, to all have the one and only royal experience. That day when you look deep into your heart and leap into an ancient world so very different from your own, where magic, beauty, and love are shared forever, then you will have a royal experience. There is just one place on earth where the people make you feel a part of their kingdom, where you just might volunteer to awaken spirits, enrich minds, and work alongside communities to build, motivate, and inspire. This is truly the royal experience. When you dream of a different world, beyond the ordinary, beyond time, discover just how far you'll go to expand your understanding of life's greatest mysteries. There's just one place on this planet with so much to offer. Now is the time for you to have the royal experience.
Dinso tethu divikelwa ngekuthi kwekuqala kumcuka ukuthi sitipopole sivakashele emtholampilo siyithanze emtholampilo upopola nje uye ungaguli ungumuntu uyohlola ukuthi ingabe umtimba wakho usasebenza kahle yini lokunenani kabili ngeminyaka utipopola kuphindze futhi ushukumisa umtimba nako kumcoka siphinze futhi sibuke tifo lesitibalile. Once watholakala ukuthi sonato letifo leti bo HIV, bo hypertension, bo shukela, diabetes mellitus, nako lokho waba nako vakashela emtholampilo landzelela kubodokotela ukuthi bathi delaphe kanjani kutawusita ukuthi ugcine uvikele kutholakala ukuthi tinso takho setilimele nempilo ke kutiphatha nje nako kumcoka ngoba ukhanza ukuthi bantfu bayathanza ukuthi bese batifaka etitsakamiveni ekusebenziseni titsakamiva lokufaka ekhathi jwala namagwayi donke tinhlobo tetitsakamiva so kumcoka ukuthi ungumuntu utipopole emtholampilo kuvikela tinso takho.
I'm a very happy customer.
I know.
Imali ebhizinisi ayivika wayidla utolala phansi.
Hayi ngimsebenzi yethu lesendako la ekhaya njengoba niyibona limihle nakangaka.
Ngiyagolosha which is crocheting.
Ngiyakhicita ke noko kakhulu emsebenzini wethu ikhumba.
Ngenda kodaba emacici nokugaba ensanyeni.
Ngilungisa emagedlela.
Hello, how are you? We are selling peanuts at 5. Thank you so much. Umdala kubusi. Band Strat, babe.
Now, 39 days into the new year, and tell you what, it's all sports like you've just seen. We're all about sporting codes, and we're all about giving you the same area here live on Eswatini TV. Hello and welcome. It's your Thursday edition of Temidlalo, and this is one way, of course, we keep showing you that there is a couple of changes that we are making and trying to meet you at the point of your need, wherever you are as a viewer. We all about sports, like I just said. Now, a lot of things took place over the weekend. We'll talk about that, and we'll also look forward to one of the biggest news that was announced early this week. Eswatini to host Region 5 games under DATS 2024. We'll have a guest in the studio to talk about that. And this is how it's going to look like. But now imagine all the regional countries gathered here in the Kingdom of Eswatini to be part of this big show that we'll be hosting at some point in August this year. Just to remind you as a viewer that we last hosted a game back in 2005. To talk more about that, I'm joined by Eswatini Darts Association, one of the senior officials, Subsiso Patches. He's not a new face in the studio, even in the sports fraternity. He has all the information about this new information, the big story that is making headlines when it comes to darts. Sivusele Patches.
Sivusele Fabrice, how are you?
It's a beautiful, evening, and you're the first guest to launch this new beautiful studio.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I didn't know that.
You didn't know.
Yeah.
It comes with benefits. It means you're one of the lucky person to get this opportunity. Patches, I think we're in touch between Tuesday and Wednesday when we're talking about this issue of Eswatini being handed rights to host the 2024 Region 5 Darts Games. And to you, as one of the official member of the association, you sit on the table of the executive. Go and figure the big news. How's the excitement? And Guinea as an association, name information.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge. No, in 2005. So you can imagine it takes over 10 years. And as he hosted so as he hosted 2033. So you can imagine we want to put the darts sport into the picture and showing them and showcase our country. Could see darts. It's a good sport that everyone can play, and improving. And we've got good athletes. It's a challenge. It's a challenge to everyone. Us as an executive. Players as they'll be participating. So it's a huge competition now. There'll be a lot.
Budgets, majority would rush to talk about the cost
Yeah.
that comes with hosting a competition of this magnitude. When we talk about Region 5, we're talking about more than 8 nations in the kingdom. These athletes, they are accompanied by officials and everyone. When we talk about the cost, it's a huge figure. But in terms of, maybe we get to that point, in terms of readiness, facilities, is there a plan? Where will you hold this huge competition? Do you have maybe a sequence of maybe venues to say females will be playing at Mavuso? I'm giving an example as Mavuso, and then the rest maybe they'll be using Nyabegisa, one of the many opportunities that we've seen. You use mostly Matsapa Correctional. Will that be the venue? Have you started gathering where you could see the establishment of this big event?
As you have said, we've just received those news. So now we're running around to ensure we gather whatever that we would need for that. So we were on our way to make sure that we get everything in place so that when they come, because it's coming on August. So we're trying to make now a plan that by this month we'll be done with this will be done, and we're also looking for fundings so that we don't just host it just for the sake of hosting, but we must bring a picture of the country, because most of the people they are thinking, would see, where is Swaziland? Swaziland, Gwendegani, but they can see the players, they've improved, and they can see, like last year during the Region 5 games, they were hosting juniors. My juniors, they performed very well. Baba number 2, Bahlula South Africa, the boys, and the girls, doubles, Baba number 3, and they were performing very well. And the sport in the country, as I could recall, last year during the national championships, the one guy from Smash and Bonds, back on number 1 in league, but they prove, we would say, how good they are. He took the tournament. So it was a good challenge. Yeah.
For the record, maybe to pick from the visuals that I'm seeing on the screen.
Yeah.
Are we talking about both national teams? And then what criteria will be used in selecting those who will be representing us? Or will you from the ongoing league or any competition? What criteria will you be using to select players to represent us as a country?
We'll have some tournaments, and we'll also look the record, because in tournament you can have someone beat you up in a safiga go competition
and that's
so yeah,
that's
so
a nice target.
So we're going to look all the angles, performance yakho league, performance yakho on the tournament. Then we can use that criteria. But it's all about with the technical director.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen the talent that you trying to bring up as an association, going to schools, and I think in terms of calculations, open minds, and everything. And you are one of the associations records in terms of involving female in the sport. You are on the you are on the spotlight. You are leading amongst the other associations. But figures in terms of now, expenses that you might use. I mean, you're talking about accommodations. You're talking about taking care of these teams. Taking the experience from 2005, I know you tell me that you were not there during the management of 2005, but you've been within the executive of DATS for quite some time.
Yeah.
Yes, at some point, associations, sponsors, but on your side, what are we talking about now?
I can't exactly predict, but I can just make a rough figure. Yeah, when I make that rough figure, I think kusafuna sibale kahle kahle. Yeah, kusafuna sithole ama quotation. Remember that we need to have quality players, and the darts play. I mean the dart sport, go other countries. It is played by like those who are playing golf, who are not struggling with funds. So we have to even put that image with our country. Would see. Team yethu ibe well represented, because it's playing at home. Ingethi nje igcoke amabhathu all those things, yeah.
All right.
So we're still going to work on the finances and see how much do we really need and raise kangakanani. But I can encourage Maswati ukuthi those labo labane business or now bangafisa ku process vivaneni ukuthi let them come babone ukuthi okay, if we said we want transport, I say no, I mean I can help you with transport for free. Sisho ukuthi you have sponsored with transport, or I can buy the kit for the players or all those, because sometimes putting money, it's money or anything, but if you can say no, I can buy you dartboards because we need about 32 dartboards. Yeah, so I can buy you dartboards for that. What else would you need? Maybe our players would need new darts to throw. I can even buy you that. Some they will say I'll buy you water, or the players they will can have refreshments and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the excitement that normally the players have when they are playing, including yourself, trying to aim in that tight corner. But would one now say, when you look at the records, Malawi, Bageba hosted this such tournament in South Africa, and a majority of these countries, when they host, they are the eventual winners overall. Can you also tip ourselves to say we stand a chance to host the games and become the eventual winners?
A big chance for that, because when you're playing in your home ground, one, you don't have to travel. We are local. So with us, when we go to play like Malawi, Botswana, the fatigue takes place. And two, you are not used to play on those conditions.
Yeah.
So very obvious, the hosting country, or mostly a better advantage on that. Yeah.
The timing, and I think you've been given, if you talk about now being February, we're talking about August, the things stop. Do you think you have got enough time on your hands to prepare for such event? I mean, we've seen other associations, including Taekwondo, they get the announcement earlier than this, but a year ahead. Do you think on your side you have got enough time? 6 months. I mean, one would say it's enough time, but is it enough for you as an association to say, fine, it's a good news, but timing, do you have enough time to prepare?
Time will never be enough. It's all about funding. If we can have funding in time, we can do the best that we can. It's all about having the funds. But if you don't have much funds, even if they can tell you 3 years before, you would be trying to collect that and that. But it's going to be a tight schedule for our players, because we have to run the league. We have to have some tournaments. Now we're going to have a President's Cup.
Yeah, and one of the best.
After the President's Cup, we're going to have our league games, and before that, we'll have a national championship. That was last year. It was sponsored by POAP. We hope even this year they will also sponsor us on that. So we need to select that team, and we also need to train that team thoroughly so that we have a good team.
We'll talk about major competitions that we have locally. Associations, your football, your basketball, or your swimming. How do you rank your best competitions? Would you say after the league, which is sponsored by the reinsurance,
yes,
then you've got President's Cup? Is it how they follow each other in terms of hierarchy? Biggest competition when, as a player, so now clear ukuthi ngayiphakamisa league, ngayiphakamisa President Cup, I deserve to be qualified, I deserve to be selected in the team. What are some of the major tournaments? Now outline.
Not really. It differs. Performance in my players, you fluctuate. Yeah, you fluctuate. Sometimes you can be in top of your game. Like if you can watch like Luke international players, you find that he's in the peak. He can win games, and but come other tournament, is neither here nor there. So it differs, but it depends. When because another thing, they think sport now it's all about the practice. It's all about how you adapt to the pressure. Some are better than I can play matats, but nasebashang le pressure ukhanza ukuthi umuntu usehluleka kuwina, because it's all about who ends the game, who's hitting the double. You can hit all the good scores try about 180, but miss the double. I hit the double, you have lost.
Now, lastly, Patches, before I let you go, because during the course of the remaining time, the 6 months,
Yeah.
we'll try and have conversation and talk about this.
Yeah.
And then, just hype and try to encourage Eswatini to support where they can. Eswatini is hosting a 2024 Region 5 games when it comes to darts. Lastly, we host it. We want to be competitive on home soil.
Yeah.
Can we stand and say such and such countries are the countries to give us a tough time? I mean, I'll give you an example of soccer. Ivory Coast now, Nigeria, South Africa, they might be the team to watch. But now they're in the finals. Guinea, you are hosting the competition. Which countries do you see might give you a challenge to, win on home soil?
No, I think it will be our walkover.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But there's South Africa and some good guys from Zimbabwe and maybe some from Botswana. But we're not afraid of them. I strongly believe with the team that we have. Even the ladies team now, Correctional has created a ladies team now, which is going to be registered alone. Those who are going to work, it's going to give us a much pool of ladies
who to
in the
select,
sport,
yeah.
who to select. And also there's these Langeni young guys who have pushed very hard. This time around. I used to be number 4 for the longest time of ever. But now
There's new talent.
And this new talent, it's working very hard. So everyone now is pushing, and now what you would see, I need to represent the country in the home soil. Everyone will be pushing.
All right.
Yeah.
We can't wait. These young faces stand a chance to represent the country. Come August this year, a lot of countries, the Region 5, the SADC nations, will be in the country, in the Kingdom of Eswatini for the 2024 Region 5 darts competition. We're hosting after 19 years. Thank you very much, Patches. I know we keep in touch. Time is here. We still have 6 months. We'll try at least each month have you here in the studio just to give us updates in terms of preparations and in terms of who have already supported you to ensure that we drive you, we support you as an association.
Thank you very much, Fabrice. It's a pleasure. And we plead in Maswati, come and support this sport. Singabugi, one side of a sport. Let's look all the sports, all the sporting codes, even if it's cricket. Let's come and watch and learn how cricket is being played in the country and develop. As a matter of we're playing in halls. This and that. Now it's a good sport, as you can see. It's in a hall, and anti-doping policies, we are strict on that. You can't come with drugs and everything, so you can't play.
All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. That's the road they are taking. Thank you very much, Subsiso Patches, one of the senior officials of Eswatini Darts Association. Tell you what, they mean business. They want this sport to, at some point, be fully professional. The young talented kids from schools have been showing what they can offer. And tell you what, this is a chance to also show the entire stage of the continent and the entire world that Tsine Emaswati, we've got something to offer when it comes to darts. A short break. When I come back, in-house analyst in Mini, we touch on other sporting codes, including this past weekend, epilepsy half marathon that took place this past weekend on Saturday. After the break.
Be sure to catch Business Watch every Wednesday between 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., where we feature the latest updates on business news, market trends, and exclusive interviews with industry leaders, as well as insights on emerging small and medium enterprises in the commercial sector. Business Watch, your business leader.
When you choose your adventures, you do so with an open heart and a desire for the unexpected. You embark on journeys to discover new worlds full of wonder. You choose a path to awaken your senses A world to make you look up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. Discover just how far you'll go to expand your understanding of life's greatest mysteries. There's just one place on this planet with so much to offer. Now is the time for you to have the royal experience in the kingdom.
There you have it. We are live. This is Temidlalo in the Thursday edition where we'll talk about sport. And when this man is here, it's just to give you a wrap of what was taking place over the weekend.
Ngiyabonga Fabrice ngumukela ehlelweni lakho ngetithubo lokukhuluma uvusile umbukele ekhaya iloyal viewer ngilesine Fabrice njengoba ushilo ukuthi lihlelo sichaza konke silethela umbukeli konke lekwentekile ngempela somvu nalokusetawendeka futhi kuto tonke mhlambe tinhlangothi noma tinhlangano tetemidlalo.
As early as, was it 5-6 in the morning, epilepsy run bokhona wafika, captured everything, you monitored. Ngathi masana so ungenela imisebenzi enjena ufuna kubona ukuthi engabe sikuphi silive nasikhuluma ngetindzaba tetemidlalo. Epilepsy marathon, how was it?
Fabrice inombolo kwaqala nje nangakufaka lesithombe emcomvu kuye umbukeli ukuthi inombolo betinganani lebetingenele yona i-epilepsy half marathon lapha ikalubamba lana nje ngaphandle kwenkundla yesiveka somhlolo la ngaphandle kwamahhovisi ase-Olymp Africa. Ngicabanga ukuthi le inombolo Fabrice ngajabula ngato nangibona tingijimi tivukela lokwa titongenela yona le half marathon. Be-21 ke Fabrice basuka kuqala lesibabonako nje be-21 kilometers ngibola basuka kuqala liyihamba isuke la enkundleni yesiveka somhlolo ihambe ijike ngathi iphuma la ngenhla kweParliament ihambe ishone ihambe ibheke kumahlanya nayifika kumahlanya ingene kune pro base la just la ngemva nje kumahlanya ne pro base lechamukela seyichamukela lapha kalozitha babuyele bahambe bayelangeni babuyeke sebabuya khona ke kasomhlolo sebawina. Ngiyajabula Fabrice ngentinombolo njengoba sengishido but kunengi mhlambe lesingakuveta tingijimi yes kuqala umnyaka because lena half marathon ngisho ukuthi yeqala kulomnyaka losedulwa 2024 so vele mhlambe labanye basenga lolongi kahle nangisho kanjalo but I'm happy ngentinombolo le attenda yona half marathon.
In terms of, these are some of the faces I want to see. Samgesi Otwan. And I think for the longest time, I mean, she's dominating. She's the Serena Williams of tennis at some point, under the category of long distances. But, Gubobabe, were there new faces that impressed you? Maybe besides international athletes, if they were there, but locally? Bebakona, one would say, he did a good performance.
Uyakhumbula Fabrice ukuthi eminyakeni lophelile nakunembobe marathon sakhala kakhulu ukuthi kudominate ama athletes angaphandle kwawina bona la ngibo labahamba embili kakhulu sabona even nembabane half marathon nayile beyisukela lapha ePrince of Wales kwadominate abantu bekhamba la le epilepsy half marathon ngijabulile mine langidobona abantu bamaswati hayi ukuthi mhlambe kunjani but nasitawubona tingiji imtala ekhaya ti dominator nalo wagcina winile nje Melusi uliswati kubobabe nangala kubomake Thobile waka Ngwenyama nguye lo wahamba embili and Thobile ke so yiwine amahlanja lamathathu Fabrice kulandzelana
and Thobile Ngwenyama I think namkhumbula during the Mbabane half marathon wakhombisa ukuthi very this year she's going to be a problem.
Imbabane half marathon wayiwina.
Yes.
Epilepsy half marathon so yiwine amahlanja lamathathu. Ngakho nginsi ngiyajabula nangibona bamva bamaswati ba dominator ku emgcutsulwaneni le kanjena because siyafuna nathi ukuthi kunemave lafana nabo Kenya, kunemave lafana nabo Tanzania, bo Ethiopia. Lawo mave lawo atiwa kakhulu ngithi ngijima tawo lethi gijima long distance. So nathi siyafisa ukuthi sigcine sifike kulelo zinga lelo. Ngicabanga ukuthi lama hills naletinye titimvo kwenta ukuthi le race ibe a bit challenging kuwo lama athletes ethu invo lenhle lesigathe kuyibona, but mhlambe kunetinto ke Fabrice lengingathi veta kancane from yona epilepsy nabaka athletics. Kudzinga ukuthi every race bahlale phansi because letimvo leti kanjena Fabrice kuba nema preparations niyalungiselela kwendiwe nabo dry run kuthi nifake le situation kube ngathi ngililanga lapha ngishiso yini lokho Fabrice water points abe on point but letingijimi nasetifika setiyowina lapha enkundleni yesiveka somhlolo timoto betingena tingijimi tiphathanyiswa timoto iyangena ingijimi yowina imoto iyangena. Ngicabanga ukuthi lokho Fabrice akubeka isithombe lesihle kulabo organizer. Yes, last year lebese stake ngakhala kakhulu nakhona ngekuba disorganized. Ngicabanga ukuthi it's high time ukuthi bona baka epilepsy nabo baka athletics ukuthi before le race bahlale phansi 2 weeks before bayiplane bayendelele le dry run, a week before bayendi dry run, then a day before seba finalize tonke letinvo leto uthola ukuthi konke sekahle kube futhi nalama barriers because nawubuka nje lapha la kusukela khona la bekunele tingijimi khona kude mhlambe le barrier lethi kuhamba tingijimi lana nje nayi imoto ingena kanye nengijimi yamdelay kanye kushaya isikhathi exactly nawugijima ugijima ngesikhathi. Buka nje Thobile ufike uyema la kude lo mtshelako ukuthi kahle ukuthi
usiyachubeka
uyayibona le nivele Fabrice
kuthiwa
program director yes lapha la kucamuka khona leti ngijimi la ngikhala khona kakhulu lekhamba khona le official kumele ukuthi kube nema barrier lapho khona kwatiwa nje ukuthi imoto ayingeni ayilokothi ayentini exactly le confusion inkulu kakhulu kodwa ke Fabrice kunetimvo mhlambe letifike bese sethi kwenda ungumvu uyajabula kubona abantu labakhubatekile bangenela le race and this year bebaba nyendi kakhulu labe bangenela over 15 walabakhubatekile labe bangenele le race lena labahamba ngama wheelchair labahamba ngama crutches lonke lihlobo kwase kusekugcineni ke Fabrice kwase kuchubeka aerobics ke Fabrice sabona minister waka sports naye ayingcenye yama aerobics lekuyinvo lenhle ngicabanga ukuthi every after inakhuza Fabrice i-race kumele ukuthi nithi ni stretch some sort of cool down nangayibeka kanjalo and indvuna Temidlalo nayo izama ibambe yona i-rhythm yayibamba including naye director ka epilepsy including CEO sports council nabo bonke bebeyingcenye but leti nombolo uyabona ukuthi cha.
Yeah, I want us to listen to some of the speakers, including Director of Epilepsy, just talk about the day and some of the winners. Quickly, Master, before we listen to them, is it high time we start now giving full attention or special attention to long distance? Because now we're going to have competition even in terms of long distances, mostly half marathon.
Hayi sisengafike lapho Fabrice angifuni bese sesiyathi ngasilive sisawuhamba so compete nabo Kenya no nabo Ethiopia sisengafike kuleli zinga lelo
bona bangenela bo Boston Marathon bo
London Marathon Comrades yes nemaswati ayengenela Comrades Marathon but I think kusamele ukuthi kula marathon not because a half marathon le sikhuluma ngayo le 21 kilometers kune marathon not full marathon ku full marathon sibonile kuchamuka abantu bangaphandle bafike basidominate angifuni sibe carried away sicabanga ukuthi sesi elite league asikefiki.
Now let's listen to some of the winners on the day. You know, the truth hurts, but I like it. Let's listen to some of the winners on the day. What was the feel? How did they find the road? And we'll have the Minister for Sports, you know, Honorable Bongani Nsima, and then, of course, the Director of Epilepsy, just to give us the overview. It was indeed a beautiful day. Let's listen.
Be sure to catch Business Watch every Wednesday between 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., where we feature the latest updates on business news, market trends, and exclusive interviews with industry leaders, as well as insights on emerging small and medium enterprises in the commercial sector. Business Watch, your business leader.
Now, beautiful stuff. Just taking this moment to apologize for those technical glitches to the sound. So, we wanted to listen to what they say, but due to that problem and due to the interest of time, we'll have to rush and move to the next item where now must talk about volleyball under the ladies competition, Mula Sports competition. And I think a competition was taking center stage at Olympia Africa Lobamba over the weekend. Once again, these men, in a way of trying to make sure that you get all the best when it comes to weekend activities, you were there. Wafika Wakanzani Master. In terms of competition, how are the clubs? Can we start selecting a club esingasho ingasimelela kuma Africa qualifiers in terms of volleyball? What did you find there?
Okay, Fabrice, ngicabanga ukuthi ndokubeka nje kube liqiniso. Nawubuka le level ye volleyball since eminyakeni lophelile mhlambe ngayithatha ngiyibikisele imix emva kancane eminyakeni lophelile inhlangano ye volleyball yasekeleka ngemali lengetulu 100,000 bakamula sports so bathi ke bona batayihlukanisa le mali kube nama series 1 series 2 series 3 series 4
yes.
So adlaliwe ke the first 2 series bekudlalwa ke yesithathu nyalo lesithathu ngabantu ngiyo lesesinika sithombe ukuthi ingabe vele sesikuphi lamaqembu ladlala kose kakuphi if utawubona i-team idlala nema teams la njengabo correctional kube lo mehluko ube mncane kakhulu ubabone ba spike ubabone ba block tonke letinvo lethu ngabantu kuyajabulisa Fabrice I think yes ku level ku series 1 sorry ku series 1 mhlambe vele lomkhathi bosesemkhulu kakhulu series 1 ayiwini correctional kubobabe nakubomaka series 2 ayiwini correctional kubobabe nakubomaka series 3 even if Fabrice ngicela ungive kahle angive kahle nembukele even if bangayiwina base correctional kodwa mina inhlitiyo yami cishe iyajabula nangibona ema teams lafana nabo Scorpion ema teams lafana nabo Zakhele ngiwo lama teams ngicabanga ukuthi Bobcats ayayinika i-competition nyalo i-correctional sekuhambile ke nyalo UEDF yes bo reps nyalo ke sekodlala ema semifinals because besolokudlalwa kuhlungwa ema teams la kuma semifinal nyalo sekodlala ema semifinal isekusele ema teams lamane i-correctional iyodlala nezakhele i-reps iyodlala ne-Scorpion and ngikubuka kwami ngibuka i-performance yama teams Fabrice Scorpion iya final
Scorpion is on point
itawashaya ama reps correctional iya final itayishaya izakhele kodwa Fabrice le final ngithanda ukusho lokho if Scorpion singakhona ukuthi ingcomvo yaso sibe fully focused I know ukuthi bana coach Mlondi Mathebula a very good coach very good coach le team yakhe from scratch and ema resources ngicabanga ukuthi awafanani mhlambe nabo correctional nabo reps but uyayibona ukuthi le team kukhona le yakhona kunebadlali obabona ukuthi labadlali laba if mhlambe bebanesikhathi less enough sekujima njengala lamanye ama teams bebanga compete but njoba ngisho ukuthi i-prediction yami ngibona ukuthi correctional tawina kuzakhele Scorpions Scorpions atawina ku reps kube ngiyo lama teams lawo la final na last year ku series yesibili sabona Scorpions la ne correctional ngatsini it was so unfortunate ngala kuma Scorpions ukuthi le focus bayilahla nje kancane kule first set yabashaya correctional.
Now that's what you want. You want competition and you want to make sure that not only one team should dominate the sport, but when you mention things like that, Scorpion being one of the teams that is also showing strength, base ngabe kanza ukuthi lesinye isikhathi sebayasuka ke correction sehamba itsenga labadlali sikufune lokho they should take from juniors development. We want Scorpions to keep on also bringing competition.
But Fabrice
competition, master. You always want to play for the best, but we like the spirit of competition, and the attendance also looked good in terms of the fans and supporters. This is what we want. Now, moving on from volleyball, master, same venue, same day, another sporting court just received a check, 50,000 emarangeni in cash. Wait, let me explain it. It's 50,000 emarangeni in terms of sponsorship. Part of the money, that's 35,000, went to buying or rather supporting jerseys of the teams, and then 15,000 emarangeni was cash. This is a premier bakery to Temidlalo, Eswatini. Another sporting course that is on the rise in the country. The 15,000 was cash, but the rest was for assisting teams in terms of equipment.
Yes, Fabrice, I Premier Bakery in Temidlalo Federation sebaneminyaka emithathu bazivusetelekele isivumelwano sabo mhlambe lo mshado wabo le mali labayinikile njengoba usho Fabrice ukuthi cash 15,000 lo 15,000 Fabrice lo cash utakwenda kanjena utawuthi lama teams latawungenela le competition ngiyola latawunikwa le mali lo cash lo tawuya lo 15,000 utawusita lapho lo 15,000 bese ke Fabrice lokunye le mali yaka Premier Bakery itawusita ngiyabekisa because this year ayabuya ema club tours lapho khona le inhlangano lengamela umdlalo weTechball ivakashela tindzawo letifana nabo Mangayane nabo Kahlathi le calendar already seyiphumile batakuya nje Mangayane edolobheni batakuya Kahlathi edolobheni eMbabane batabe bakhona so ngicabanga ukuthi le mali isita lapho then lo 35,000 utawusita ke Fabrice ukuthi emajezi latawugcoka ama teams letembatho letawugcoka ama teams during the tournament letabe ifederation ibukile ukuthi yaka Premier Bakery kube ngito letimbafo letigcoka ngilama teams. So I think tinvo letinhle let Fabrice because siyasibone even after games noma after a competition sibone leto tingwa umvuya hamba nesingwa uya nasekhaya boyephi bengiyodlala iTechball nasingwa ngibuye naso so ngicabanga ukuthi lokuba ibreadwinner akusiyo nje ukuthi uyibreadwinner kuphela but singwa naso yasiletha ute nasekhaya shothi uyibreadwinner
in a literal sense
uyabona so ngicabanga ukuthi umshado lomuhle Fabrice lotawuthuthukisa sona sports seTechball.
Now, like I said, this man was a busy man over the weekend because exactly after covering also that sponsorship launch, hockey is another sporting codes master. They are on the rise in the country. Hockey, recently, the acting president, is it Lwazini Nxumalo, did mention that seba tqala umsebenzi ukuthi bathathele sport basimikise ukuthi tonke tifunza telive kulomsebenzi ke ukuthi ngakuthi bahlangane bathole baceceshi labaceceshi ke ngibo utawukhanza ukuthi babemixa kule tindzawo letihlukahlukene emphakathini noma ku different constituencies. Now master, this was a meeting bekukhulunywa yini?
Okay Fabrice, i-hockey siyakhumbula ukuthi besebete kahle lihovisi lelihola yona inhlangano lengamela umdlalo
we-hockey.
Yes. Lwazi Nxumalo lo hleli phansi naye nje lo ubuke i-laptop nguye acting president at the moment wayo i-association lenhlangano emidlalo we-hockey. So ngale weekend bebanemhlangano ngakubita ngokuthi special meeting because bakhetha il-committee lesikhashanyana interim committee letawubuka kusebenta kwalenhlangano. Letinye taleti tinvo Fabrice letijakekile ukuthi bat attend ku trainer senior team ngasho ukuthi some sort of national team but I trainer this coming weekend Malkens Country Club. So ngiko kakhulu lokumcoka kakhulu batawubamba annual general meeting lapho khona kutabe sekuthi onke lama teams sekacala phasi ke akhetha kahle lobuholi bale nhlangano siyathi ukuthi even na SG wabo Sithole Prosper akekho laveni uSengilandi at the moment so vele kahle kahle le committee bese kude bakhethile ke interim committee letawusebenta tonke letindzaba leto nekutrain abaqeqeshi because sport sonke noma ningahlangana ni executive nakude ma athletes kude bo coach I think kusuke umsebenzi wenu ngasho ukuthi ulide lelite.
Now, beautiful stuff. That is hockey as a sport. Like I said, this is your Thursday edition of Temidlalo. We're all about sporting codes and other things. I mean, we've talked about darts, we've talked about volleyball, athletics, tech ball, hockey. Well, heading now. Let's go to soccer because soccer has got a tendency of dominating. Atibuye Eswatini Academy. You might be hearing the name for the very first time, but in the next coming years, this name will be dominating some of your social medias, different outlets in the newspapers, talking about how to raise the so young, talented Eswatini from the very, very grassroots program to make them the superstars of this world. Master Atibuye Eswatini Academy. It was being launched today. It's an academy. Let's talk about the academy itself. Then we'll maybe branch out, talk about academy, master. But this academy now, the way it has started, I think was Kolwen. I think from Manzine and Hohorich and so far. So they will grow into different places. But I think they are selecting those so-called young talented stars from Tikolo. And I'm going to launch. Go master. I'm sure bojabule nawe ivalence aba ukuthi sekune academy lenje.
Fabrice inhlito yami uyangathi. Ngicabanga ukuthi nayo umbukeli over the years uyathi ukuthi inhlito yami ingakuphi na ukhuluma ngedevelopment.
Sorry, ngonile. Atibuye emasisweni hayi emaswatini.
Ngifuna ukucorrect
the tendency bela ukuthi Eswatini. Atibuye emasisweni.
Atibuye emasisweni. Yes. Sisho leso Fabrice semaswati lese atibuye emasisweni. Lokusho ukuthi na bese kuhambile sale kubuya manje lapha ekhaya. Ngicabanga ukuthi
namangisa yathi football is coming home. Singasho ukuthi ucishe kufana. Possibly akubuye ekhaya vele.
Atibuye emasisweni. I think Fabrice sihambe over the years salahla indlela lebesikhona ku producer ngayo badlali. I think inyalo ukuthi le academy le Fabrice njoba usho ukuthi etikolweni ikhona badlali labancane bakhona lekudzinga ukuthi siba produce banakekele. Now siyabuka over the years kunebadlali lesikhonile kuba producer labadlali labo if bebakhona labanye babo kunakekela naba labachamukala ngemuva kunema legends bo King Clay former coach Manzini Wanderers. Yes I think ku involve ngihlale ngisho Fabrice if utawulahlela ngaphandle ema legends bakhona bomsimo sincanywa nabo ba part of the project. I think logo on itself nje kuyakunika lesithombe ukuthi na utawunika umntwana wakho uthi okay akahambe academy atibuye emasisweni bozibo coach Bulunga Diga legend sike saba naye ke la ekhaya umlangeni but Fabrice nje overall nangayibeka nje ukuthi iacademy more especially because ngikhulumile last week ukuthi kunebudlelwane lokumele bakhiwe iMinistry of Sports neMinistry of Education bamvana inqumbi basetikolweni isebenzisa le advantage leyo ukuthi bamvana basetikolweni kube khona naku lokuhlanyelako basesebancane because bayafunza phinze nelikhono uyalikhona ukuthi ulidevelope ulicole kahle letikolweni uthola ukuthi lo mvu uyaphuma sophuma soba lutho uyahamba yangaphandle uyodlala because eSouth Africa la kubomakhelwane kunemidlalo hola 800,000 inyanga nje yodwa 800,000 imagine kube lo mdlalo loSwati. I think logo sifuna logo thina labanye sithola sikhona kunakhuza academy simancane so
but you're one of the best goalkeepers
so if maybe Fabrice bengithole kunakekeleka kahle futhi ngangisadlala phela because
le yangilimata ngoba ngagcina kuma under 17 mina injury end of the career
under 17 let the record
must so kwanyaro asengibali sinaka kwa academy personally the ones I know Atibuye Masisweni, there is Little Kickers.
Yeah.
I think we have
La Prince of Wales,
Prince
yes.
of Wales. Kune Ishibobo.
Ezakhele.
So manje
Ikona ya Denver Sundowns.
Denver Sundowns. So we want this to happen more.
Fabrice manyendana ala kubo 7-8 le ngwatiko mina. Ngithi ke mne Fabrice ngiticabangela ngedwa. Kuthi ngakuthi lama academy naseka ne structure lesikahle. Ba I constitution yabo ikahle, tonke timvo tabo tikahle bakhona koditheka kahle. I-Football Association ayithi okay lethani sibone ukuthi nisebenza njani la ama academy sitani supporta tsine because vele imandate yenu ku developer ibhola tsine singibabe lofuna ku developeke ibhola sitani support. I think ngaleyo ndlela leyo Fabrice kukhona mhlambe lokungenteka lokungachubeka phambili because i-quick fix angeke zisifixe nzawo siyadzinga ukuthi 10 years kusuka nyalo sathi ukuthi besenta ini 15 years kusuka nyalo sathi ukuthi sihlanyele ini esabuyisela back e7 atibuye Masisweni.
Now we can see the launch that was held earlier on at Sibane Hotel, and these are some of the officials, including Sport Council, legends, youngsters who want to be the future. Who knows, this could be our future Bukayo Saka legends. And, talk about also title sponsors, those who are trying to initiate this idea of the academy. So we can't wait. And of course, for the journalists that ensure that we do get the coverage, and this is what we want. And look at the passion in the face of these people. We want this to happen. We want the Kingdom of Eswatini at some point to be on the map. We might be late to introduce this, but we are not, behind, because at some point
it's never late.
It's never late.
It's never late.
Yeah, we make an impact. And thank you very much for people like Tige who are making a quick, mention. Now, Master, we're leaving, but I want us quickly. The big weekend is here, quarterfinals of Ingwenyama Cup, the inaugural Ingwenyama Cup. Your game. Are we seeing another surprise? Ukona linye cembe likhulu lapha even litawuphuma. Ngoba enye isabi ngrumo yakho. Wakhuluma jikijiki.
Ngathi khona lelitawusala phi kuyinye kule big 3 khona lelitawusala.
Ngiyalo khona litawusala.
Ngemgcibelo Fabrice kuyadlalwa eMayaluka, iyadlala insingizini idlala neGreen Mamba.
Yes.
Idlale iYoung Buffaloes idlala neMadlenya eMayaluka. Then Sunday kudlala 2 ama teams lamakhulu aseMbabane lokuyimbabane Highlanders iyadlala nayo idlala neEzulwini. Ibuye eMbabane Swallows idlala neRangers. I think kule yangemgcibelo Fabrice Green Mamba nsingizini itaba khona surprise lapho. In fact kulo 2 ama games ngiyatlo ukuthi bamvu engcomveni yabo bagathe yipi mapha amacembu, but one of the big teams kulama forces akabuyi.
Time is against us. On Monday he's here angeke abaleke, because if the 2 teams qualify utawuhlawula. Until we meet again on Monday, this was Thursday, this was Temidlalo. Time is against us, but you know that when you come Monday we give you all the product. Until we meet again, sihlala kamnasi.
I'm a very, 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 very happy customer.
I know.
Imali ebhizinisi ayivika wayidla udabulala phansi.
Hayi ngimsebenzi